A pleasant good morning to you and welcome to this, your Sunday, November 1st morning newscast. I am Joshua Van Slykeman. Thank you for joining us. And of course, just before we bring to you today's news, let's bring to you today's front page comment titled, Guyana's leaders allowing Exxon to treat us like junkies. This is a true story. A junkie stole a water pump worth $200,000. He went to a businessman and asked for $1,000 for the stolen item. The businessman offered the junkie $500. When the junkie agreed, the businessman gave him $300 and told him that is all the money he had on him. A $200,000 water pump ended up being sold for $300. This is how Exxon and Guyana's political leaders in the PPP, PNCR and AFC are treating Guyanese with a scornful 2% royalty and a pittance for a sign-in bonus. Guyana's political leaders in cahoots with Exxon treat the Guyanese people like junkies. These white-collars, rogue, greedily bastards are swindling Guyanese out of their oil wealth in return for 300 there and a 300 here. They believe that, like the junkie, Guyanese are low life, desperate and hard up for the crumbs which they threw at us. When will Guyanese reject this putting down? How long are they going to allow themselves to be robbed and raped? Hi there, I am Joshua Van Slykeman and once again welcome to this, your main newscast for today, Sunday, November 1st, 2020. A happy Sunday to you and most of all, a happy new month. In our headlines today, ExxonMobil and Hess ignore major red flags to benefit from Kaieteur and Kanji oil deals. Attorney General should march Ramatar and Prasad to CID over oil blocks giveaway according to activist Raman Gaskin. Ruling on Liza permit shows Exxon EPA not above the law, according to international lawyer Melinda Janke. And no other elections under the stewardship of Keith Lowenfield, this is according to AG Nandlal. And the U.S. approved sale of 4 Bell helicopters to Guyana. And expired HIV test kits to Health Ministry, supplier face court again tomorrow. Get the details of these and much more when the news returns. And now for the news in detail. Before the world's most prominent oil companies enter partnership for exploration and production, it is common practice that they would execute through due diligence. In the case of ExxonMobil and Hess Corporation, both are required to conduct due diligence on potential partners so as to protect shareholders from exposure to corruption and other areas of risk. In spite of having such business principles, both parties still ignored obvious red flags that plagued the award process for the Kaieteur and Kanji oil blocks, and they subsequently formed into both blocks. Raman Gaskin is of the considerable option that Attorney General Anil Nandlal and the PPPC's administration should treat the suspicious handling of the Kanji and Kaieteur license with the same in which they treated the recent corruption case related to land giveaways and the recently concluded 2020 general and regional elections. He was at the time given an invited comment on one of the several red flags observed in the handling of the oil licenses. The activist said that Nandlal will do well to match former President and Minister of Petroleum Donald Ramatar and the former Minister of Natural Resources Robert Prasad down to the Criminal Investigations Department so they could answer to Crime Chief Wendell Blanham about the role they played. Gaskin also posited that Prasad, who currently holds the post of Foreign Secretary at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, should distance himself from the post until such an investigation has been concluded. We tell you now that international lawyer Melinda Janke said that the ruling of the court bringing Exxon's Liza 1 environmental permit into with the law is very important because it shows that the EPA and ExxonMobil are subject to Guyana's law. The court's ruling by Justice Joanne Barlow has brought forward the expiry of the permit from 2040 to 2021, at which point Exxon will require a new permit to continue its operation at the Liza 1 project. The Liza 1 is the first in line of the project for offshore production projects by ExxonMobil and its partners. She hopes more persons will come forward to protect Guyana from the dangers of oil and gas development. You're listening to your main newscast right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1, 99.5 FM. Back to the Attorney General and Legal Affairs Minister. Andy Nandalal, he has made it clear that a PPPC-led administration will never go into another elections under the stewardship of CEO Keith Lowenfield. Nandalal stated emphatically clear that the PPPC does not have a track record of dodging elections, but that the administration is careful to have the elections with proper people in charge of GCOM. He stressed it is important for the Elections Commission and its stewards to enjoy the confidence of the people. Lowenfield has several charges as it regards to election fraud pending in the court. As such, Nandalal noted Lowenfield does not enjoy the confidence of the majority of electors. The State Department has made a determination approving a possible foreign military sale of the government to the government of Ghana of Bell 412 EPI and 49 helicopters and related equipment for an estimated cost of not more than $50 million. The Defense Security Cooperation Agency delivered the required certification notifying Congress of this possible sale on Friday. A senior government official in Guyana close to the Army yesterday afternoon confirmed that the government is exploring the possible purchase of 4 Bells to boost the security capacity of the country. While the report said that the total estimated cost is $256 million, the senior official said that the cost will not be more than $50 million. And finally, at this time, the charge against one of the country's biggest local pharmaceutical supplies company is expected to continue tomorrow in the Lenora Magistrates Court before Magistrate Zamina Ali C. Paul. The company's Caribbean Medical Supplies Incorporated is charged with allegedly supplying the Ministry of Health with expired HIV test kits. The company is being represented by Area Manager Devendra Ramprasad, with the matter being prosecuted by Cheryl Pompey, a drug inspector for the Government Analyst Food and Drug Department. The department earlier this year charged Ramprasad for supplying 400 of the tested kits with misleading representation, a violation of the Food and Drug Act of 1971. According to the particulars of the charge, last January 16th, Caribbean Medical Supplies Incorporated allegedly sold and supplied 400 units, 20 packs of Uni Gold HIV test kits. And with that, we've come to the end of your main newscast right here on Kaieteur Radio. Just before we go, here's a recap of our top stories. ExxonMobil and Hess ignore major red flags to benefit from Kaieteur and Kanji block deals. Attorney General should march Ramataran Prasad to CID over oil block giveaways, according to activist Raman Gaskin. Ruling on Liza permit shows Exxon EPA not above the law, and this is according to international lawyer Melinda Janke. Not in northern elections under the stewardship of Keith Lowenfield, according to Attorney General Nandalal. And the U.S. approved sale of 4 Bell helicopters to Guyana. And expired HIV test kit to Health Ministry. Supplier face court again tomorrow. You can get the full details of these stories and much more by picking up a copy of the Kaieteur News at a newsstand near you, or feel free to head across to our website at kaieteurnewsonline.com. I am Joshua Van Slegman. Thank you for joining us and have a great remainder of your Sunday, and encouraging you to practice social distancing. Kevin Smith comes up in a short while with today's edition of the Weekend Review, where we recap all the top stories we have carried over the week.